Okay, real talk. Have you ever looked at a design and it just felt like weirdly uncomfortable, but you couldn't quite figure out why? Like something was off, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. 9 times out of 10, the culprit is balance. And trust me, once you learn how to spot it, then you'll start seeing it everywhere, whether it's design, art, or even in your daily life. So what is balance in graphic design? It is the distribution of visual elements that feels stable. Balance is harmonious and it's pleasing to the eye. You could think of it like a seesaw on the playground. If one side's too heavy, then it will tip one way and vice versa. But when both sides are just right, then it's smooth sailing. In graphic design, balance is the same exact concept. The only difference is rather than human beings, it is a balance of color, shape, and text. And here's the really cool part. There isn't just one type of balance. Designers tend to have 3 different approaches just with their own meaning and message. First up, we have symmetrical balance. This is where both sides of the design mirror each other. It feels formal, solid, and dependable. Like, for example, walking into a courthouse and seeing a classic painting. It says stability lives here. And next we have asymmetrical balance. This is where both sides aren't identical, but they still feel equal. And this is because they hold similar visual weight. An example could be maybe one large shape balances 3 small others. This is more dynamic, modern, and flexible. It feels more like jazz compared to a marching band. And next we have radial balance, which is exactly how it sounds. Everything radiates from one central point. You could think of mandalas or flower petals. It is like a sunburst in design. It is less common, but once you use it, it pulls your eye right to the center. Okay, so how could you actually achieve balance in your work? First is with our good friend contrast. Balance heavier visuals with lighter ones. You could use the elements like size, shape, or color. Give your design breathing room with negative space. It is not empty. It is powerful. Or you could balance your design work with things like alignment. When elements are lined up, then the eye feels grounded. Or you could use things like proximity. Group related items to avoid clutter. Okay, so let's do a quick live demo. Here is a design that feels off. As you can see, the text feels too heavy on one side, and the images, they kind of all look like they were an afterthought. This is what happens when we resize the text and align it with these images. And just for good measure, let's give the whole work some breathing room. Okay, perfect. Now there's a lot more breathing room. The weight feels more evenly distributed. The eye flows more naturally and it looks more intentional. Balance is another one of those invisible forces in graphic design. You don't notice it when it's there, but that's the beauty of it, because you definitely feel it when it's missing. And honestly, it's a principle that sneaks its way into life too. Work-life balance, creative balance, even emotional balance. It is all connected. So when you're designing, think like a tightrope walker. Every step matters, and it's about finding that sweet spot. And when you do, everything just feels steady. Okay, guys, and that's all I have for my philosophical video on balance. If you're looking for more of a deep dive, you could check out my other video on it. It is a simple idea with powerful impact. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button. Subscribe for more design videos just like this, because I make these every single week. And drop it in the comments. What kind of balance do you naturally gravitate towards? Is it symmetrical, asymmetrical, or even radial? Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.